Hey guys, I just wanted to show this knife because this has kind of grown on me again ever since I took out the torsion bar for the assist mechanism. And excuse me, in doing that, I noticed that kind of when you buy an assisted opening knife, you're kind of in a way getting two knives because some of them change drastically when you remove the assist mechanism, whether it be a spring or a tension bar or whatever, the Kershaw Speed Safe kind of bar, whatever it is, the torsion bar in there, that you're kind of getting two knives depending on the knife. Some of them it might not, but pretty much it does change the knife. I mean, I have come across like my Kershaw Knockout. It actually didn't have it had a detent ball, but it didn't have a hole on the blade for the detent ball to go into. So the spring was the closing was the thing that kept it closed. So that was very disappointing, but anyways, with this one, this has the auto locks mechanism too, where you can, or not auto locks, but just the locks. It doesn't work when it's closed, like it won't keep it closed, but when you open the blade, you can push that up. This is the Heiho 2, CRKT Heiho 2, or Heiho, sorry. It was called the Hisatsu 2, but now it's just the Heiho, I think, Heiho. This is the serrated version. I love these little VEF serrations. It has a thumb disc rather than thumb studs or a thumb hole, whatever. It has a disc instead, which I find okay. Yeah, so when you engage that locks mechanism, you can't disengage the liner lock because it puts a little piece of steel there. So then when you close it, you can freely close the blade. So yeah, but when it had the assist mechanism, it was very hard to open. You couldn't, like with this, I can kind of push up and it'll open. When it had the torsion bar in it for the assist, I had to push out that way. Like I had to actually just push my thumb out that way. Like I couldn't just push up like that. It was way harder to open, and I didn't like it at all, and I never carried it. And then one day I just figured, like a couple months ago, I was like, I'm just gonna take the bar out, see how it is, and it is fantastic. This is like, I think more people should check this knife out. It's got a really pointy, sharp tip, and even with that, though, it's very, very sturdy at the tip. This is a very thick blade for the size of the knife. It's excellent. I mean, I think this is a fantastic knife. I don't think it's underrated because nobody really gives it bad reviews or anything, but I'm surprised more people don't have it. It's feels good. It's not too heavy, but it's got enough weight to it, with this steel backspacer type thing there. That's where the torsion bar goes in. That little hole in the bottom, it stays in place there. It's got a deep carry pocket clip, liner locking mechanism. It's got good lock up there. Solid, rock solid knife. There's no wiggle or anything in the blade. It feels great in the hand. And actually, also, when I took out the torsion bar, the locks mechanism used to be kind of loose. Now it's nice and sturdy. It stays closed, and it stays up when it's up, unless you really want to take it off. It was a little more loose for some reason when I had the torsion bar, and I have no idea why, but it just seems to be a little stiffer in place now, so I love that. It's flow through except for that little, the steel piece back here. It's I'm not sure what the steel is. It's probably like an AUS 8 or something like that. It's a great knife. It really is. There's kind of a lot of writing on the blade. I'm not crazy about that, but you can polish that off. I believe I've seen it in another video. It's got nice steel liners, but even with that, it's not too heavy. It really isn't. It's about a 3-inch blade. You can get a plain edge version. It's like a Japanese tanto style. You can see there's like a sub tip down there. Kind of tough to see, but there is, very mild, but it's there. And it's just a cool, cool knife. I think it's a really great knife. I don't know why more people don't own it. I think enough people own it. I don't think it's underrated, but I don't know. I think it's excellent for the price you pay, which is about $45. It's fantastic, and I don't know. I have a great mine. I guess maybe I got lucky but the detent on mine is excellent. Like it stays closed. It's pretty much impossible to open it with gravity or anything like that. And I don't need to use my wrist or any wrist action. Like you don't need to flick your wrist out to open it. You can, it'll fly out, But with mine, anyways, I can just use the thumb disc. Works like every time. Like the odd time I'll have a flub, but 99% of the time the thing just pops out. I don't even really have to like think about it. So without the assist, it's great. Like when the assist was in there, I used to sometimes like I see I can't even do it now, but I used to just kind of like be hitting it and it just wouldn't go, and I'd have to really just push out like that. Plus, I mean, who doesn't like just being able to have the choice to open it, manually, like slowly like that? It's nice to be able to do that. So, the thumb, yeah, I just like this. You can take the thumb disc off with a Torx bit there. The whole thing can be taken apart. I mean, obviously I took the torsion bar out. I had to take just one of the scales off to do that. But, yeah, a pocket clip, or yeah, pocket clip is reversible. And there's actually a little insert there that you can put to the other side when you take the pocket clip and move it so that there's not an open hole there. It's a well-designed knife by James Williams. I think it's James. But yeah, anyways, it's the Williams Heiho. Excellent knife. I really think it's fantastic, and even better without the torsion bar. So I just, if you have one of these, and especially if you have difficulty opening it with the torsion bar, I found mine was brutal. Like, but without it, even if it's smooth opening for you with the torsion bar, you might want to just give it a try without it and just see if it's as smooth as this, because this is just for $40, $45. This is incredible. Yeah, so I mean, look at that. I don't even have to try, and it just flies out. So it's fantastic knife. Yeah, so if you have one of these, go ahead and maybe try taking out the torsion bar if you just want to, because it's like, I swear, for me it was like getting a new knife. I couldn't believe it. It was completely different. And you can get all 4 fingers on this thing pretty well. The thumb disc acts as like a little rest for your thumb there. It's a cool little knife. It's great. I have used it before for practical uses, and it works excellent. The serrations work great. It's a good little knife. I think it's just fantastic for around a 3-inch bladed kind of pocket knife. I think it's great. So if you have one, maybe try taking out the torsion bar, see if that suits your fancy at all. I think it might, because I was very impressed with the improvement on my specimen anyways. So okie dokie, thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.